Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jaybird here and welcome to another Zombies in Depth video. Today we are going to be going over Verrückt, or Verrückt, however you want to pronounce it. And if you didn't know, actually, Verrückt means crazy in German. And so yeah, that might give you a little perspective of what this map's theme might be, as you can see on the dentist chair right here. If you hold the action button on it, it makes this weird sound, and yeah, you guys can hear it right now. It's very strange. Yeah, they've added a bunch of weird stuff onto this map. This is pretty much the map where zombies started to take its shape and started to form into what it is today. So one of the main things on this map is the power, I would say. If you were to sum this map up in one word, it would probably be power, because that's one of the main things that was added onto this map. And what the power did is actually, before you turn on the power actually, let me say, is if you're playing co-op, there's actually two sides you can spawn on, and you're actually separated at first, and the only way to get your guys back together is to turn on the power, which you have to go through a series of doors. If you're on the side that I am, it's only 3 doors, but if you are on the other side, it's 5 doors. I don't know why they didn't just make it even on both sides, but yeah, it's different. So what I've seen most people do when I used to play this game on co-op with just randoms is they usually just let the guys on this side, the side with only 3 doors, they are the ones that usually go turn on the power, and then the other guys usually just stay in the first room, and they will have a bunch of points and they'll be able to get their stuff right when the power's on, like Jug and stuff. So that's a good strategy to do, I guess, if you're playing co-op. And this map is basically like a mansion if you look at the design of it, and if you were to see it from the outside, it's pretty much a mansion type map. And our original Fantastic Four characters, Dempsey, Richtofen, Takeo, and Nikolai, they have not been introduced yet, although if you are playing the Black Ops 1 version of the map, they will be on this map just because Treyarch decided to not give a fuck and add them on the map even though they're not supposed to be, because they were actually added on Shinonuma of World at War version. But if you play Black Ops 1, they'll be on here, but that's just a storyline mistake. And also the Winter's Howl is on here, or what I like to call it, the Freeze Ray, and yeah, you can get that gun out of the box. It's not really that good, but it's supposedly the wonder weapon on this map. And oh yeah, let me also say, there's one interesting thing about this map that no other map has. It's these barriers on the wall. They're not even really barriers, they're like walls basically you have to build up, and instead of the normal barriers that have 6 barriers on them which you rebuild, these wall barriers have 15 barriers on them. So that's pretty impressive. It's pretty different, it's unique to this map. No other map to this day has had like these special barriers like this map did. And there's also a secret door on this map. It is known as the bar room because the gun called the bar is in that room, so that's what I call it. It's basically this one little death trap room. All there is that gun on the wall in the room. And yeah, there's really no point of opening it. And I actually didn't even figure out about this until like a year after Verrückt was released. I had just never found it. I don't know if I was like super noobish or I don't know why, but I just did not find it until way after this map was released. I didn't really play this map on the World at War version of this game because I only had Nocturne Toten on World at War. I didn't buy any of the special DLC, I only had Nocturne Toten, so I didn't really play this map until the Black Ops version. But there is a couple of things I know about the World at War version, such as if you're on PC on the World at War version on this map and you put on no clip, and you go to the very center of the map and you go inside of the fountain in the middle of the map, there's actually a turret in there, which is pretty interesting. It's like as if they were going to make that place accessible, and there's a turret there in case they made it accessible, but I guess they decided not to, which is kind of a bummer, but it's interesting to see things like this that have been prototypes in zombies. If you remember on our first episode of Zombies in Depth, we were talking about special zombie zones, on the maps. But this map doesn't really have any special zones. It's just basically wherever there's a new door or barrier you have to open, that's where the new spawns are. There's no special ones. Even in the secret bar room, that doesn't actually count as a spawn, a zone actually. So yeah, if you're in there, it's not gonna make a difference. So yeah, and also there's this one part in the map, it's in the kitchen. There's these weird symbols on the wall, which is cool that Treyarch is trying to follow a storyline, which in World at War they were doing pretty good with, but after that they didn't do so well, so I stopped following the storyline. This message on the wall has been decoded before, I'm almost positive about it, but I don't have it with me, so if you want to go look that up, just go ahead. And some interesting things about this map. One more thing that was added on here was the bouncing Bettys. They were something new. And this made a whole new style of playing the game in my opinion, because you could easily camp in a place with, if there's like a zombie spawn behind you, you can put your bouncing Bettys behind there and you could just easily be safe. It just made the game a lot safer for the early rounds. And there's also a lot of new wall weapons on this map that weren't on Nocturne Totem. And there's also 4 buyable grenade spots on this map. You know, the off-the-wall grenades you can buy. So a cool and fun strategy I like to do sometimes is just go around the map and buy the grenades and just keep chucking them at the zombies and then just go around the whole map. It's a pretty fun strategy to do, although it doesn't really work after round 20 as the grenades aren't really that strong. It's just something fun I like to do when I'm bored. So yeah, that pretty much sums up this map. It's a very tight cornered map with jug and power and perks and traps and all this crazy stuff added into zombies. In the next episode we will be going over Shi No Numa, which is where they basically added the storyline, special rounds, and a actual wonder weapon. So we will catch back then next week. Alright, see you guys later. Peace.